Sorry, guys. I just kind of tripped, stumbled, and fell into the live stream today. Dear God. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's just been one of those weeks. Okay. I think I got it together now. I hope I got it together now. But, yeah. I'm surprised I'm here on time. I, felt like I didn't really sleep, and then I woke up in the middle of the night, and then I was up, so it is what it is. Dear God, get it together. Get it together. So for those of you guys that see my thumbnail, I titled my stream today Accountability, because I don't feel like there's many people that are held accountable to their actions. Whether it's these people we're watching be on trial, or it's content creators and people in the chat even. The main thing that I was thinking about when I decided that I wanted to talk about that is, of course, these suspects and now convicted murderers and child essayers. I'm trying to word that exactly how it should be worded, right? Because what is a different way to say things that are just trying to sugarcoat a little and not straight up say murderer and child molester? Like, really, it's disgusting. But sick fox, yeah, exactly. Amen. That's one, yeah, for sure. But it's like, do they really, are they being held accountable right now? I mean, I'm still kind of stunned at what happened, because we sat around for so long for Idaho. Today's Lori Daybell's sentencing. See, and that's another thing. Good morning, Pittsburgh nurse. Lori Daybell, whatever she goes by today, she's not being held accountable either. Like, she just gets to come out of freaking prison for the day. Like, she's already gonna be in there forever. Like, what's the point? I get it, it's the principal, and it's every single person that she's made a victim that needs to have that one-on-one or that confrontational freaking bam, here's your sentence for what you did here. But it's almost like there should be a different way. For me, I feel like she's getting some type of enjoyment from coming out of that building. Like, you shouldn't see the light of day. She's another one, like, who unalived her children and didn't have a care in the world. Like, she had herself convinced that she was some kind of prophet or Jesus or who the heck knows. But I mean, it's so frustrating to watch as an outsider, because there's always, more ways these people could be dealt their hand. Like, there's more ways that I feel they would be able to possibly learn or benefit, or you know what I mean? And it's like they're not being really truly held accountable for their actions. And like with all these, the last two actually, people are just hoping for prison justice, but even that, is that holding the person accountable? I mean, I just don't know. It's like we need to revamp and redo our entire system, because we've become so soft and so concerned about people being sued that, in my opinion, it's not really helpful to the actual justice system. But there's also people that I feel that are in social media as creators that don't ever get held accountable either. Like, what happens in Idaho 4 now that this man is completely convicted? He's behind bars. He did it. He said he did it. What's going to happen with the content creators? I'm thinking of Drip Drop, who pushed this insane conspiracy theory based fictional narrative. Good morning, Madonna. It just makes me mad that, like, for so long, because Idaho 4 drew out so long that it was like we were just all so invested. In the very beginning, at one point, we were all just, that's all that I saw anybody that I followed talking about. And it went way off the rails. We had, good morning, Bug Cherry Lover. Good to see you. Hey, Smoky Mountain Mermaid. I like your name. Good morning, Teresa. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Miss Carolina. I don't believe Brian Koberger will still be alive in a year there where he's at. They're going to shield him, I believe, at least for a year, because the prison would get sued if they allowed him to get hurt. And he doesn't, like, he may seem like he's wimpy or whatever. I think that he can stand his own. He seems like he's got that switch. Dolly has the switch where it's like he could be normal and all super polite, like, I respectfully decline. Sir, shut up. Shut the fuck up and sit down. Like, when the judge asked him if he had anything to say, but the judge, it's like he already assumed that he wouldn't say anything. So he said something like, I'm assuming you don't, but do you have anything to say? Or do you have words? Or however he said it. And BK says, I respectfully decline. Man, shut the fuck up. Like, who are you even talking to? Brian Enton went and visited the prison where co-workers going, and his inside source said the prisoners, I was just waiting on co-worker to get there. Yeah, I bet, but he'll still be guarded. I mean, that it's a possibility, and I watched that. I don't doubt that there's people there that know all about him that are waiting for him to come. I think that he's going to be sent out somewhere else because of this is high profile. The people there watch the news there, so they know what's going on there. Just like Richard Allen, which is sent to Oklahoma. Adam Montgomery, he was sent to Virginia a little bit ago. Chad Doorbell was sent, I believe, also to Virginia. We have all the nasty people in Virginia. Why? So yeah, it's like when the crime is that heinous and the locals and local inmates are aware of what you've done and it's possible you will get extremely hurt, they have to, in order to protect their jeopardy of their building or their freaking jail or prison, they have to move you out, apparently, so that they're not liable. And I mean, that's another reason why I said, like I said, there's no accountability held because of the fact that we're so hyper-focused on... Sorry, BJ, for misspelling. I'm on my phone and it's staying. No, I think I got what you were saying. Did I not read that correctly? I thought I got it. Ryan Koberger is going to get a big book or books written about him and movies made where he will be very wealthy. To me, he should not be allowed to do anything. I thought there was laws against that. And when the judge said something like, I would hope that nobody would want clicks and views so bad that they would do this. And I'm thinking, like, clicks and views, like, he didn't offend me when he said it that way, but he did kind of, because it's like, what are you saying? That people that are on social media and that are influencers or that are content creators, they're going to exploit this man? Like, what about the college? The college... There was a professor there that wrote a book before anyone was even allowed to. Thank you, Teresa. And then, like, what about, there was somebody else that was loud inside information. It's just like, I can't stand it. Hey, Miss Kathy. Prison justice for BK and SS. Amen. I wish. I hope that happens. But then again... wherever they put him, they will still get him inside. Eventually, I don't deny that. Because sometimes it takes time. And at some point, I do agree that they will catch up to their time. Sorry, my coworkers are walking by. I don't want you guys to see them in my sunglasses. But there's these people like the example I was giving you guys, Drip Drop or the Clown, whatever the heck his channel's called, and they were going off such wild... Sorry, I felt I needed glass for some reason. They were going off of such wild conspiracy theories that I was thinking about that while I was watching the sentencing. And who's going to apologize to these poor victims? And then what was the girl? There was another girl that went way out. I think maybe her name was Lana. She was going as far off to say that, like, Dylan was trans and, like, Brian Koberger didn't do it. He was set up, and that Brent Kapaka or whatever did it, and at one point, just same thing in every case. Actually, now that I think about it, there's always other people that are blamed that are completely innocent. But with Koberger, I mean, they call themselves like Kobergers, like pro Kobergers. I don't know exactly what they call themselves. It was just too much. And every case that comes out, I feel like it just gets worse and worse, and nobody has to be held accountable for the media circus. And I can sit here and rant and rave all day long about how stupid or horrifying or awful it may have been or is or whatever, but there's not a change in place. And I don't think laws need to be placed. I think that people need to get some self-awareness, right? I gotta turn this car on. It's hot, and I've got 3 minutes, so I'm not gonna actually turn it on. I got to probably get out of here soon. So yeah, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Going to the city. Bye for now. Bye, Miss Teresa. But yeah, it's just like I can rant and rave about so many different things. There are still pro burgers saying he's innocent. Yeah, see, that's crazy to me. He literally sat he sat in this chair at his sentencing and didn't deny anything. Like, why would people not recognize that if he was innocent? Like, think about it. If you're innocent, you're not him. Clearly, he's not right in his head. But if you were innocent, would you sit there and allow people to accuse you of all this and not stand up and be like, I didn't do it, I'm innocent? Like, you know what I mean? He just sat there like he had no soul, and his eyes are so dead. It's just like, oh God. The case in Manassas sucks that it's not going to happen until next year. Oh, yeah. Naresh Bhatt is accused of unaliving his wife. It was right when we were going on vacation last year, and we stopped to try to help. We got to lend the lovely group of people our generator, and where they did like a presser. He was not at that press conference, and so it was very suspicious. Mamta Kafle Bot, I think is her name. I'm terrible at these pronunciations. But she was never found, now that I think about it. But he had, I guess, done what he had done, and there was blood evidence in the home when they did the search. I don't know what happened from then till now, but when I went to look up the court dates, because I was trying to see when it was, to see maybe if we needed to cover that and be there because it's so close to us, I saw that there was some motions put in, and he has a public defender, which he was driving a Tesla, living in like this $500,000+ home. Like, what happened? How, like, now we've got a public defender defending him, really? Well, they put in a motion for a continuance, and it did get accepted, and now the case is like in October 2026, which is like, holy crap. But all of her family is overseas, and I don't think that the baby's here anymore. I think the baby got placed with her mother, and so she's most likely overseas also. I wonder what BK wrote on the drawing with the black heart on it and handed to his attorney when the sentencing was over. They said she smiled. Disgusting. Yeah, that's disgusting. That's... How could she sit there next to him the whole time? Like, I'd be like icky, like sitting next to somebody that has cooties. And I saw that at the press conference shortly after the reporter asked them what he was drawing and why it looked like a black heart. And the person at the podium said that was the first they'd heard of it. I'm like, well, pay attention, sir. It was definitely a picture of a black heart. I don't know if it was meant to be his or what, but he just, like, you think this is a joke. And that's why these people need to be held accountable. And they definitely don't need to be placed on any type of pedestal to where they can talk or they can do whatever it is, draw pictures for us. Like, he just probably thought he was the most cleverest of all boys. Like, here I am on stand drawing a black heart. Like, man, just, he probably said, he probably drew that in response to Olivia. She did a pretty kick-ass job. I'm still impressed with her speech. And she did a show on Brian Enton's YouTube channel. I think it was last night. And she explained what she was feeling before, after, and whatever, and how she got to determine the speech that she gave. And I mean, it was just, and I mean, I had loss of words, as I am right now, having loss of words, because it was that good. She knocked it out the park, and people were saying how, you know, that wasn't the usual victim statement, and that the court staff or the court kind of let it go haywire. There's not usually clapping at a victim statement hearing. Like, man, let this girl talk and say what she needs to say. If she wants to tell the man to sit the fuck down when she's speaking to him, or sit up when she's speaking to him, that's on her. You know, she deserves that as being the victim's sister. She's a victim also. I don't care. The dark-haired one was getting mad and shooting daggers at the people speaking. Really? Miss Kathy, really? Hey, Kat, it's good to see you. Yeah, I mean, that's some nerve. You're defending a freaking murder. Come on. Like, you better just tone your eyes down there, ma'am. But I'm glad these cases are over, and we'll slowly stop discussing them and whatnot. We'll never forget the victims, but yeah, amen to her, for real. Ashley, I was like, I was just imagining myself being in the building doing a standing ovation, like, amen. Her little women attorneys who wanted to make a name for themselves lost. Yeah, no, really. Rewatch for reactions. Oh, I think I will. He just looked like he was, and you know what? I think that is the most I've ever seen him blink before. I know before he had all the requests of how far the camera had to be from him or whatever. Now we got to see him a little bit more up close and personal. And before, I don't recall that he really would blink. Like, it's almost like he never blinked. But this time, it's almost like he was blinking ferociously. Like, he was blinking a lot, especially when Olivia was speaking. Thank you, Prissy Pot. I like your name, Prissy Pot. But yeah, I gotta get going. I could talk all day. I noticed that to Kathy at one point. I looked like she wanted to kind of crack a smile. What is wrong with these people, man? I just can't even. Defense attorneys in general, I've really disliked them lately. And if my watch tells me to stand up one more time, look at this. It's upside down, it's backwards. My watch tells me to stand up all the time. I'm like, I just sat down. Leave me alone. 50 plus wounds and some rage, that much rage on 4 kids he didn't even know. Right. I mean, that's just like complete, full and utter, like, that's not a controlled person. That's just somebody that's straight evil, like demonic almost. I don't know what else to call it. His eyes are so dead. You can't really see a human in that. I can't. He just looks demonic to me. And I know you shouldn't judge a book by the cover. It's just what I feel. Not having to know anything that I know, I can just tell his aura. It's just like he's just, did he have no friends? Not one. It doesn't seem like he did. It really doesn't. He seemed like he was a recluse individual that did things alone. And I don't think it was by choice. I think he tried, but he was just awkward, it seems. I don't know who it was, but I saw on YouTube a close-up picture of him and literally hair on his arms were standing up. It was weird. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he must have gotten excited on the fact that he made these people feel this way. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but he's definitely not human. I got 9 minutes to get in here. All right, guys. I might be back this weekend. We'll see. He's hollow. I agree. You guys have a good rest of your day. Please try to be kind to somebody, especially if you're facing them face to face in customer service. It's awful. I've gotten my ass handed to me all week. But you guys are the best. I know you guys aren't going to be those people, and you're going to be nice to all the customer service workers. And I appreciate that so much. And thank you for being here with me every day. I love each and every one of you guys, and have a good rest of your day. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.